As a parent of a child who is taking music lessons, there are certain things that you can do to be able to enhance their music learning at home. The first of those is to schedule practice times for that child. And you can do several different things. One of those would be to habit stack. I have another video specifically on that, and that is taking another thing that they do consistently every day and then stacking this on top of it. For instance, as soon as they get home from school, you could have them immediately go and practice their instrument and just say, okay, you are home from school, go ahead and practice piano, and then set that time. It's also good to have a time set as well. I want you to practice for 10 to 15 minutes. I want you to be able to get through these measurable goals. Play this song 5 times and focus on those problem areas that you're having with that particular song. So that's the first thing that you can do. And when you set up that time to practice, it should also be a quiet environment for them as much as possible. I know they're at home, so there's going to be some distractions, but you want to try and minimize those as much as possible. It's also good for you to kind of be in the general area as well, just to make sure that they know that they're being accountable and they know that their parent is in that general area. So scheduling that and being consistent with it is key. Praise your child for any improvements or any completion that they have of a song during that practice time so that they know that you're being involved in that as well. You want to encourage your child to also play for you, to play out loud for you. If they have a digital piano at home and they normally wear headphones, have them unplug it every once in a while and have them play that song for you. I know many children will love to play a song, especially after they've gotten it down really well. And then also encourage them to play for other friends and family. That helps to kind of reduce some of the stress of playing in public. In fact, this is something we really encourage them to do, especially as we get them geared up for a recital. Have them play even in small groups, and it starts to reduce those stress levels and gets them comfortable playing in front of other people. You also want to expose your child to a variety of different music. If you know of a local orchestra or another recital that's going to be going on, have them attend that so they can listen. It helps to develop their love of music, and it helps to develop their ear as well. So some of the things that you also we want to caution against would be not to use their practice time as a punishment. So if they do something wrong, don't say, go play your piano, that's your punishment. That really shouldn't be a punishment. It would be held in a negative way, and it will start causing that child to resent playing the instrument. So that's something we really want to discourage. Also, don't ridicule them or make fun of them if they make a mistake, or say you didn't play that right, and really get on them about it, because that'll start to frustrate the child, and they may not want to continue to practice that instrument because of that. And really the final thing here is don't expect rapid progress and fast improvements when the child first begins the instrument. They're learning a lot of things all at once. Think of when you were first learning how to drive a car. There were so many things to checking all the mirrors, making sure that your hands were right on the steering wheel, knowing which pedal to push down, and turning and trying to keep a constant speed and everything. The same thing is going on with that child when they're learning that instrument. They're trying to practice finger dexterity, listening, and also reading those notes, having their hands in the right place if they're playing the piano, having their fingers at the right place when they're playing the violin. So all those things can be really daunting at the beginning, and the progress is not going to be super fast. So also when they begin practicing at home at the beginning, it shouldn't be a really long period of time for these daily lessons. That the practice time that they have at home, about 10 to 15 minutes a day is really all they need at that point, and it can increase later on as they develop skills and abilities in that instrument later on. If you see that your child starts to lose their interest in that instrument, first ask, is there something wrong? Is there something that is frustrating you? It could be that they're just really stuck on a specific song, and that we need to just get them into different music and come back to that. sometimes that's all that's needed, is they're just frustrated and they get to a sticking point. And also talk to their instructor, talk to us, and see if there's anything that we can do. We can change things up and move away from certain things that might be frustrating them, and then come back to it later on and see if we can just change some things. It might be that they need to hear a song several times. We have many videos already recorded that we can provide to that child so that they can hear that. And sometimes just being able to hear it, maybe it's a rhythm that they're not developing very well with that song. So a lot of times it's just they're frustrated, there's some sort of a sticking point, and they just need to work through that and encourage them. And children really pick up a lot from our enthusiasm as parents, and that really helps them along their musical journey. So hopefully these were some good tips that you'll be able to use at home for developing a good practice time for your child. It really helps them to be able to continue to develop their musical ability.